Good evening. It's really late, and I'm going to do a really quick, famous last words. I'm going to do a really quick video. I always going to do a quick video. It's day 52 of the 365-day manifesting experiment, and I am Jennifer, and I would like if you would subscribe, share, like, comment, just kind of join in and talk about what you're doing this year to manifest. If anything, what have you been thinking about? How do you do it? Why are you doing it? Do you believe in it? Do you trust it? These are all things that I think are super important to acknowledge and understand about yourself. One of the things that I have said before is that I manifest things over time. I've manifested things over time and that I don't really realize I'm asking for, and then they show up. You know what I mean? And so I think that that has been happening lately, um, because I have had these conversations lately that have been confirming for me, um, that there are certain things in my life that I do that I've said them for years and years and years, and they just happen, and then they happen, and then they happen. So, example, um, I can't give you an example. I just had a blank. I drew a complete blank. I It's gonna be a fast one. What was I thinking? I drew a complete blank. What did I talk about that I was manifesting? Just a sec. It was just before I got on. I was manifesting, and I do it in a smaller scale than I think that I'm going to do. And I guess I can't. This is the first time I'm going to have to draw a blank and not be able to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. It'll come back to me later, so I apologize in advance for not being able to do that. Wow, I should have wrote it down. Um, all right, so we'll just switch topics. I'm going to talk about the vision board stuff again, and I will come back to that if it comes back. But the vision board stuff, for me, has been talking about feelings that I have, and what do I want to manifest? And is it a car? Is it a boyfriend? Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? Is it land? Is it seaside homes? Is it um, travel international? Is it all of those kinds of things? And the truth is that it would be great outcomes. Those would be great outcomes if they gave me the feeling that I want to have. Today, I was having a conversation with my sister, who hasn't talked to me much at all lately. We had trouble during COVID where we bickered, and I have not really been forgiven for that yet. And I'm trying to be myself without, they have that phrase, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? I would rather be happy, but I don't know if I'm ever able to be right, because if someone doesn't want you to be right, you're not right. So you do your best to just go along and try not to let things bother you, but it does make you a little bit sad. Do you know what I mean? And I think that is with all the fun and good things that are manifesting, there's also a lot of things that are happening that are not good. There's some deaths that have been happening around me from very important people, not my dad, not my siblings, but an ex-boyfriend passed away, um, a long-term one. And then yesterday, a very good friend passed away, quickly, illness, but too quick. Um, there's been a lot of that kind of stuff going on around, and I am not. I feel a little guilty saying this. I am not. All right, I'm going to change the way I say it. Sorry, I didn't make it difficult because I'm afraid to say it. That's why. Okay. Abraham Hicks. When you see Esther Hicks channeling Abraham on stage, they always often talk about the passing of someone very important to them, and they make it light of it by like saying, "Oh yeah, so and so croaked." Like Esther's husband Jerry died, and at first she was not good, but then now she realizes that he's all around her. And when my mom died 20 plus years ago, I really know that she's around me and always has been, and I can feel her presence when I need her, and I always can hear her telling me what to do and what to say. And I feel kind of relieved. I'm going to cry. Whew. I feel relieved that they passed the way they passed because it was more sudden and there wasn't a lot of emotional there was emotional pain, but it wasn't as long lasting as it could have been. And one of them died of a heart attack suddenly. And so that was like, I feel like that's a huge blessing. And yes, there's people that he's left behind that loved him very much, and it's sad that he's gone. But for me, for him, I wouldn't have wanted him to suffer with anything. He had a different type of ego that would not have done well with being ill. And the same with the other gentleman who passed. He wasn't good at being ill. And it was really depressing for him. And he was really sad. And so he was supposed to linger on a long time. And it just caught up with him very quickly and he passed. And I am relieved that he doesn't have to suffer anymore. And I know that people that are left behind are very sad. But I feel like the people who have died get a second life, a different energy, a different way to go. And so I feel grateful that they didn't have to suffer a lot. And my mom, I'm glad she died when she did because she didn't have to go on a feeding tube and she didn't have to do a whole bunch of stuff that she didn't want to do. So I don't know what to say about that, guys. I'm just letting that be and let that hang out there. That I think that we're all energy and vibration, as I've said it before. And I think that our people that we love go on and that we pick our lives and that we forget that all the time that we pick our lives and that we get to come here to play. And that's what we're supposed to do is come here and play. And we forget to play. So go play. Love you. See you tomorrow. Maybe I'll remember what I forgot about manifesting. Bye.